Hello everyone, welcome to Embark Cat Prep. I'm Moidin Afsan. So today I'm going to talk about a very important topic, that is how to justify a gap year in your CV. So many students after their graduation tend to take a year off to prepare for XAT or CAT or whatever management entrance examination it is. So in some other cases, what happens is that students who had been preparing for UPSC since the past 1 or 2 years, at the end of this, they realize that UPSC is not made for them, or they are not able to clear the cutoffs there. So in this case, they tend to pivot towards MBA. So in both these cases, you have to justify a gap year in your CV to the interviewer. So one important thing that you need to remember is that you should always be honest during your interviews, because it is always easier to justify an honest answer. And the second thing is that the interviewer will be easily able to catch your lies. So that's why I say always be honest. And the second important thing is that it is not wrong to have a gap year in your CV. It is just that you have to justify it to your interviewer in a way that he's convinced. So how do you do that? How do you convince your interviewer? So you have to exactly tell to your interviewer what you did during that year and how was it useful to you. So let me take an example to explain this point. Let's say that in the final year of your engineering, you wrote a CAT exam and you got just 80 percentile that year. So this was the reason you took a year off to prepare for CAT the coming year, so that you could get a better percentile. So let's say this year you got 99.5 percentile. Now the growth from 80 percentile to 99.5 percentile does justify a gap year in your CV. And in some other cases, it could be that you just took a gap year to understand what you wanted to do in life. So let's say that in the past 20 years, you had just been following the crowd, and you had done what your peers had been doing. But now when you wanted to do your post graduation, you wanted to understand what your real interests are, and that was the reason you took a gap year. So in this situation, what you need to do is that you need to show the interviewer that you had done something important. For example, let's say your interests were towards entrepreneurship. Then you have to show the interviewer that you had done something in this field. For example, you had started a small business or something like that. So you have to show something that is substantial, that the interviewer can believe. So as I said in the beginning, always be honest and tell the interviewer clearly what you did during that gap year in a way that he is convinced. So if you're able to do both of these things, then I can assure you, you will be able to make the cut and get into that B school of your choice. So I know that most of you must be busy preparing for your GDPI, and we at Embark are also coming up with our GDPI program. So if you want to get into our GDPI program, you can follow us on our YouTube channel, as well as there is a link that I have attached in the description below. So through that you can join our WhatsApp GDPI group. So all the updates will be put in that group itself. So all the best, guys. Bye bye.